Most OP continued for the skull. What is the most OP aspect in the skull? You might be a little bored of the aspect, but I guess for the sake of this playlist, it's aspect of Medea. That's how it goes. It's a really, really strong aspect. A lot of people don't like to play it because of how it plays. I'll try my best to explain how you should be using it. It's super easy, and it's super overpowered. This is the most overpowered thing in the game right now, I think, generally. If I had to pick one, it's going to be this. It's just incredibly strong. How does it work? Your attack stays within reach, explodes after landing your specials, or after 3 seconds, and you get a buff of attack and special damage plus 90%. So, what does this mean? So when you hit the attack button, Mel will load a shell into herself, and it will explode after 3 seconds, or if you use your special while one is loaded, and you hit an enemy, it'll explode on the enemy instead. Like that. So, the best way to play this is to simply, I can't really save for mouse and keyboard, but if you're using a controller, this is my attack button, that's my special button. I slide my thumb across from the attack to the special, and then I use the joystick to go back and forth between enemies, you know? So basically something like this. I hope you can see. And just back and forth. Just one skull at a time. Don't worry. Don't fret too much about loading multiples, like stocking up on all 4 and then launching a big attack. Just one at a time is fine, because you want to keep the enemies staggered. So speed is going to be your friend here. If you keep it up and just do it very quickly back and forth, you want to keep the enemies staggered so that they don't hit you themselves. If you try to be super precise and load up some and then do an Omega special, don't worry about that. No Omegas on this build whatsoever. Skip it, skip it, skip it. So yeah, some people compare this thing to Beowulf, and it's very similar to Beowulf for sure, but you don't have the shield blocking at all for yourself here. So what kind of build are we actually going for? Big Zeus build. Zeus is really strong in this patch, so if you didn't want to see Zeus, I'm sorry, but for the sake of most OP, he's just really strong right now. So we're going to put Blitz on the special, and the reason why we want Blitz on the special is because the special lands first out of the attack and special combo that we're doing. Special will land first, it'll apply the Blitz, then the attack will pop, and hopefully pop the Blitz itself and make it just trigger, and it will go very, very well. Pretty normal Arcana setup. We're going to have the Huntress on. We're not using Omegas. However, you should be using Omegas just to activate the Huntress, though. Maybe at the start of a chamber or something along those lines. That way your attack hits a lot harder. Depending on the hammers that show up here, the attack might be the most damage, the Blitz might be the most damage. Ideally, we get Hera boons, and then we are able to pop King's Ransom and just make our Blitz really deal a shit ton of damage here. Anyway, let's get the run started. We're just doing like 9 fear. Just kind of a pretty average amount, and we're going to go to the surface as well. Now, normally, Romantic Spark would be quite strong if you're going to the Underworld, and it's kind of easier than going for a lot of King's Ransom per se. But, however, you can't trigger Romantic Spark against Typhon. The game just doesn't calculate that Mel is running into Typhon, I guess, you know?
Let's do it.
Just doesn't work, I'm afraid. Now, you might be wondering why not the attack for the Blitz. It's not the end of the world. It's like, okay, it works similarly. The special just makes more sense with this, and the attack ends up scaling really high with more damage, with like a percentage attack boon. So like Hera, Aphrodite, Apollo, Demeter, Ares in particular. Ares is the best in slot for the attack. So we are going to roll to make sure that we get the special here. I don't think there's a lot else to say. I mean, I'm just sliding my thumb. Sometimes I use my dash to kind of get around. But besides that, you're already going to be dealing a lot of damage. You ever feel like the attacks don't land on bosses consistently? Like the specials go through, but the attacks don't explode. I don't think I feel that, personally. Palming on the Blitz is really strong. Sometimes I have a hard time hitting an enemy with a special because Mel's hitbox feels kind of narrow when you use the special for this. She feels kind of narrow, like I'm not really going through the enemy even though they're right there. There's also no like auto lock on or anything like that.
What else is here? Okay,
so you want a lot of Blitz boons. We would like to get some Hera boons. She's not here though. But we do get Ares. Ares is the best in the slot for the attack. It applies Origination. The wounds effect for the extra power is quite strong. And he has a lead-up boon called Grievous Blow, which is really sexy too. So we'd like to get that as well. We want the hammer. We want to see what that's going to offer for us. There's quite a few good hammers. So it's just a question of order here. There's no Medea. Okay, so why don't we start with Ares to see if we can get his attack here. You can use the special to kind of move around a little bit. Does Blitz damage scale from the percentage attacks too? What do you mean exactly? No, essentially, no, it doesn't. So, like the plus 90% from the aspect, for instance, Blitz damage would not go up with that. We did not get his attack. Don't roll too hard here, though, if you don't get exactly what you want. Yeah, we're going to have to settle. So we'll take single elimination. It's just a strong damage bonus, mostly against bosses here, right? Look around. We're probably going to roll some doors here, though.
Where else?
So yeah, blitz damage, splash damage, scorch damage. None of that stuff goes up. If you get, say, attack plus 50%, like the Huntress. None of that stuff benefits from the Huntress, for example. All that stuff, almost all that stuff does benefit from something like Shameless Attitude that just says damage up, so... Alright, we can probably still just roll a door to get more Ares here. It shouldn't be a big problem. Yeah, Blitz will go up from Extended Family. Unfortunately, Scorch does not go up from most things. Scorch goes up from air quality, and I think that's it. Do we even know if Scorch benefits from origination? I'm actually not sure. Scorch is odd, yeah. Scorch isn't bad. I don't use it in a lot of runs because it's not the most OP, unfortunately. That's the truth. But Scorch is kind of fine at the same time. It's kind of fine. It's okay. It's kind of okay. Ugh. All right, so the best hammers. So there's a few that are really good here. These are okay. Possessed Array is really strong if you get it going. It really changes the run, though, if you do get it. So I'm kind of glad we didn't get it. Possessed Array is really strong. Looming Ignition is really strong. And Boosted Ignition is really strong, too. After your dash or special, your attacks are faster and have plus 15 power. I'm kind of curious, like, what do they mean after? Like, how long after? Is it just your next attack? I'm going to guess it is just your next attack, but that works for us, right? Because the attack is exploding right after our special, pretty much, correct? So, boom, easy. Fetching Array is kind of overkill, given how the special works for this now. Like, you just don't need it. You usually get the shells back super easily if you're doing the combination that I said, right? And Bolstered Array is kind of overkill, too, because you just don't need that many bullets. Bolstered Array makes more sense with Aspect of Mail if you were to use it. Let's see. Scorch should be lower start damage that can be buffed. Yeah, maybe instead of more stacks, it like deals damage faster, almost innately from palms or something. I don't know. So we probably want to start rolling doors to try to get some more Ares out here. You don't really need Hermes, at least not right now. We'll save them for later. Here we go. It's weird. I almost don't think Hestia needs a buff, but she needs better marketing. Maybe. There's always going to have to be a worst god, and if they end up not touching anything to do with her, it's not the end. I don't think it's that bad. It's almost like I want to use Hestia more often. But, you know, the content creation requires a certain amount of, like, the best builds ever, forever and always, right? And sadly, she just doesn't always fit in there. But she's fun. She's a fun god, I think, kind of. All right, so we are going to take the attack. It's common. It doesn't matter that much. So you get even more power on the first attack per enemy. But Grievous Blow is the boon that we are really hoping to get later on. Those wounds may suffer 200% damage when struck, double damage chance plus 10%. It's sexy. It is sexy if we can get it going. Okay, 3 chambers left. Let me see. We are not going to need the magic. Max health feels pretty good. I think I'm going to roll a Selene Dork since we're not going to like that. We'll see if we can get Grievous Blow here. We're probably going to put on Hera's Keepsake. I don't know if we're really going to get the full Monty or anything. Those are not good. We're spending a lot of rolls early here. Here we go. 20%. We do want more Zeus, too. Namely for the double strike boon. We'll do the extra chambers, get a little bit of other stuff here. We want more powerful dots. What else do we have besides Scorch? I mean, I guess you can get Dios, technically. Okay, mini boss. Let's go. I mean, you can see this is already quite strong. Like, Chamber 1, this was already really good. Static Shock is a fine boon. Storm Ring is a fine boon. I think I'm not going to roll, and I'll just accept Storm Ring for now.
Lightning from on high.
One more chamber left. We could roll to see if Zeus appears. You could take Hef. Hef's a fine god, a fine-looking young man. He adds a lot of safety to any run that you ever do, so... I guess we'll just do that. Or you could just do the max health, for instance, too. I think I don't want to spend any more rolls there, though, for now. Because we kind of don't want any more Ares boons, for the most part.
From the forge.
Just clanking up.
Ooh. Ooh. Uncanny Fortitude is okay. You don't want an Anvil
Let's
Ring
see how
swap.
this goes.
Ooh. I guess I'm taking Martial Art here. You don't really want Tough Gain. It's not great. It'll turn off your Huntress if you're actually making use of it, which I might not be. As often as I should. Uncanny Fortitude isn't terrible, though. Okay, we're done. We can move on now. What build are we making? I mean, it's just Aspect of Medea, basically. Hey, Natural Hera, let's go.
On my authority.
Okay, so we mostly care about King's Ransom. King's Ransom is the dual boon that purges all Hera boons and buffs all your Zeus boons by +4 palms per. So we want double strike, namely from Zeus, before we get that. But in the meantime, we can build up some Hera boons. So the prerequisites are something like Zeus' special. And then you need Hera's either cast, dash, or magic regen. So we're just going to go ahead and take Born Gain.
By her grace.
It's Fine Line proc with off Possessed Array. You know, I don't remember, actually. I actually don't remember. I'm not sure. Okay, let's go. So Born Gain does nothing right now, but it's an investment in the future. Ow. Oops. He's slipping and a sliding. Aww. Okay, he's done. It does, and it doesn't cost extra. We haven't done a fine line run, I think, this patch yet, have we? A fine line run. A fine line run. Possessed Array is just a really quirky hammer, huh? Okay. We don't really care about filing anything. We do want more Zeus. This is kind of tough to get everything. That's why you want to save rolls. We'll take the Mystery Boon. I'm going to say I don't need the health, but if you were doing this run, I could understand taking it.
Done.
Yeah, like Weed Killer, yeah. Visibility would be even worse if you were placing your own patches of lava, because distinguishing yours versus enemies could be hard. It's already like a slight problem with Hestia's legendary as is, right? More Hera. I'd settle for really any amount for King's Ransom. You don't want to get too greedy and try to get like 5 Hera boons. I mean, if you do, that's great, but you don't want to go too crazy. We're gonna fill in the dash. There's no point in rarefying it. Bridal Glow does work here. Who knows what it's gonna hit though? I might rather fill in the dash in case we do get Zeus soon though.
Vested in me.
Bridal Glow is the greedy take.
I'm taking this back. Now then.
It does cost you something to use Possessed Ray because you need to think about magic and everything then at that point, right? But, I mean, it's all straight bonus at the end of the day. But, I mean, every hammer is. Don't need any max magic. We'll go this way. I gotta... I'm half reading chat, to be honest, so I'm not using my Omegas for Huntress as much as I probably should. What? Just to activate the Huntress. Don't have Artificer. Wow, more Hero. Let's go. Free damage, just like support fire. Nice try. Nice try. Everything has a price, chat, in this world. Nothing's free. Okay. You cannot take Queen's Ransom, by the way. Ooh, let's go. So Extended Family does boost our Blitz damage, but we're not keeping it forever. You might as well take Bridal Glow, which will work, and then when it gets purged, we still keep that benefit. Unless it hits Nixus Rush. Okay, so Zeus is here. I don't have Double Strike. Divine Vengeance is okay, but we should roll once. I think we're going to take it. No Double Strike, but that's okay. There you go. Level 14. 69 damage on the Storm Ring. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you might have seen videos where we get, like, everything and it's crazy and stuff, but that's not the average run, right? You take what we can get. So palms are really not great. You could hit Grievous Blow. I do have a lot of money. Medea for reworked Hestia Lego. Scorch damage takes based on the percent of Scorch an enemy has instead of a flat amount. It could be something like if the Scorch amount is on the enemy is more than their max health, the enemy dies instantly. That's a very fair boon. In fact, it might almost be too timid, which might seem weird, right?
Yes.
But it gives you an actual reason to put a lot of Scorch on an enemy, you know what I'm saying? And that's sort of the problem with Scorch, is that there isn't often good reasons to do that. So now we'll take Extended Family. We can't get the duo again because we can't sell it. So that's fine.
Our bond renewed.
Mushrooms for the pizza, yes or no? Hell yeah. I put mushrooms on everything. Admittedly, it doesn't always add a ton. I don't know, I just like them. I think they're neat. Whereas, I like broccoli as a veg, but broccoli on pizza never, I feel like doesn't hit right. It just don't hit right. What do we have from him? Martial art. He's been sucked. Stop trying to make me swap the cast. I'll take Trusty Shield. It's a nice defensive one. Upgrades martial art. Let's go. Mushrooms on your sandwiches. I put mushrooms on my burgers. Mushrooms are too chewy on pizza. Too chewy. What have they made it so the Scorch amount is double than the enemy HP it dies by default? It could be. That's the thing. Like, the legendary idea I just said, it could almost be like if you have half the enemy's HP is Scorched, it kills them instantly. And I feel like that wouldn't be... That sounds crazy, right? But I'm not certain it would actually be that crazy for a legendary boon. Maybe it would be, though. You're a mushroom hater? Trusty Shield. I'll eat your mushrooms, okay, chat? Send them this way. Portobellas? I love portobellas. King Oyster mushrooms? Oh my god, they're slapping out there. They're expensive, though. Well, more expensive than others. Avid mushroom eater? Let's go, yeah. I hated them as a kid, too, just because, I don't know, they seemed weird, but I'd also, as a child, I hated most vegetables. Ow. Texture of raw mushrooms when holding them makes you want to vomit? Oh, that's very particular. We have 2 rolls left. The texture while holding them? Not while eating them, stars. Just while holding them? These are kind of whatever. You could get success rate. We have Grievous Blow.
The fates won't mind.
Maybe it would be funny. Tall Order? We're pretty far. We're not really dashing often, so Stutter Step isn't going to do a lot. It does up martial art. Right. Wait, how much is this per? 5%? Yeah. Tall Order for the off chance? I really shouldn't. I'm not a big Mean Streak supporter. Well, I guess the other 2 boons are very, very low impact, right? So I guess I'll take Tall Order in case we manage to get the 8 stone, essentially. Okay. Okay, doke. Look at how I'm saying it like, okay, chat. Static shock is I have one roll left. What are we saving it for? I don't know, but an epic static shock is hard to turn down, I think, at this point. Don't need the magic.
Hi, babe.
Don't
take this personally, babe, but some things we just
strong
have to do,
negative reaction to the olives. I hated olives as a kid. Now I kind of enjoy them. I'm not an olive lover. It's interesting because I feel like olives are you love them or you hate them. And I'm actually somewhere in between. Well, I don't hate them, but I don't love them either. Like, they're okay. I don't like putting olives on things, though. That's the one thing I will say. Holy crap. Because they're so strong tasting, right? I feel like putting them on top of things, it's going to overpower whatever else you're eating to some degree. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a big fan of that. So, like, olives on pizza, I'm not in love with. I'm not in love. Can you DM Amir Renaissance message? Thanks, boo. What? What? Rena who? Who? What are our commons? Extended family, the attack boon. Can't do Athena. Trusty shield. For fun, we'll do aromatic file and see what it lands on. Not trusty shield.
Looking forward to this.
See, never lucky. Just like I said. Plans, what's up? Thank you so much for those 51 months.
I'm here.
What's up, Plans? I never got the olive and martini thing. And then again, I've had very few martinis in my life. It just seems so out of place to me. We got this strong alcoholic beverage. Put an olive in it. It's like, all right. This seems random. It just seems random, you know? You like black olives, but not green olives. I don't know if I can taste the difference, can I be honest? I guess we're going to take mutual destruction.
I grow strong.
It is more rock. I guess I'll take a Chaos Gate. I mean, max health. We don't use magic, so Selene doesn't make sense. Max health is whatever.
Why not?
I'm sure we'll be fine here. My opinion on the humble anchovy? Kind of not dissimilar to how I feel about olives. I don't love them. I don't hate them. Kind of neutral. For some reason, I feel it. Okay, maybe this makes no sense, but I'm kind of okay with anchovies on a pizza, but less so about olives. Is that weird? Does that make me strange, chat? I don't want this. This will probably not hurt us, so we're gonna go that way. Kalamata and Castlevania, top tier. Are those olives? Piri, what's up? Thank you so much for those 30 months. What's up, Piri? All right, but Piri, how do you feel about olives? Bird. Line of sight, bird. Feed it, bird. Drop my cast. Sit back for a second. 627 from just the cast landing there, I think. I don't even think it was Grievous Blow. We do have crit chance from Rocky right now. Boo, no olives. Hey. Hey, now. Take the hammer, of course. Anchovies are probably the one thing that you don't like. I don't think there's a ton of things I feel like chat's going to quickly point out several examples here. I'm kind of just like a garbage disposal. I'll kind of just eat anything. I don't think I have strong opinions about many foods at the end of the day. Just like, yeah, I'll eat it. It's sustenance, you know? There's Possessed Array, but I don't have a lot of max magic. These two are very low impact. Thought. Don't start, chat. Sure. I hate bagels. It's less about the taste of the bagel. Like, I'll eat a bagel. It just feels like a waste of stomach space. You know what I'm saying? Bagels, more like borgles, because they're so boring to eat. Guess I'll do You could still do Possessed Array. Yeah, maybe we were meant to. I hate ketchup. You know, hate is such a strong word, you know what I'm saying? I would say I pretty much dislike ketchup. I don't like ketchup on anything. Dipping a fry in it. It's just like, that's the best I'll do with ketchup. And even then, I usually won't bother to do it. If I have to dip my fries in ketchup, it's not a good fry. 3 more damage for our Storm Ring. Now we'll do Grievous Blow for sure, Zeus. Hera Zeus. We still don't have Double Strike. It would be nice to get that. More Hera is not very nice. Try putting things on the bagel. Yeah, you like cream cheese.
Or just attack me right away.
That's it, right? That's all you can put on a bagel legally, right? Boink, boink, boink. Holy crap. Holy crap. Ketchup is amazing. Amazingly bad. It's just sweet, weird, vaguely tomato flavor.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Double strike. Boom. Give me some more stuff. Divine Vengeance. Boom. D.O. Let's go. Ketchup bagel. That's the worst thing I've ever heard before in my life. Now, there's a food challenge that I would truly hate.
Why, hello.
Who was he was he making this leopard drink? We don't use Omega moves. Worry free, you say, huh? Worry free, you say. I'll do Happy Haze. More damage. Probably get some more max health or something. Hey, macaroni on the floor. We don't need to tell this story again.
Just a small sip.
We have no use for more max magic. Capers are so good. I don't think I like capers. Every now and then I'll get a pasta dish and I didn't read the description well enough, and it turns out there's capers in there. It's just like, hey, this is just not what I was expecting, you know? I don't like anything. No, like I said, I'm very open-minded. Remember? I said that. I'm very understanding. And, you know, I have a lot of positive traits. You know what I'm saying? What is going on in this chamber? Hello? Is this an Athena chamber?
Last one.
Yeah. Pom, pom, pom. 10% more in the attack isn't great, honestly. It might be like 3% more overall damage to a single enemy, like Prometheus. It's probably more than 10% more attack damage.
Good.
It's not very meaningful either way, though, of course. We have mucho monies. Let's go this way. Why isn't Hestia's legendary a fireball effect? Ooh, imagine... Oh, another Hestia legendary. Maybe it builds off of controlled burn a little bit. And so maybe it's like you fire a ring of fireballs for any Omega move. Ooh. You can give it a little cooldown if you want. Stop buffing Trusty Shield.
In the name of Hades.
I'm going to roll for Mint Condition. Very strong boon. I didn't get it. Uncanny Fortitude then. There we go. We're at a little bit of max health then. Do.
You've some small amount of foresight by now, do you not?
Yeah, all the foresight, honey. Okay, run in. Ow. Immediately get hit by several things, but he's gone. You're supposed to take it slow because of the bird at the beginning of this fight. But I say nay. Use some Omega just to activate the Huntress. Look at that damage, baby. That sweet, sweet tickle of damage. Do. Holy God. That was nice. They invited him, he said no. Wait, what are we talking about now? Wait, why are we all talking trash about our beloved streamer, Dan Haelian? Redbox was also there. Well, why do you think I didn't show up?
For me.
Like what they did with the dodge boon on Hestia, where instead of changing Scorch, did different boons that deal bonus effects depending on if the enemy has Scorch. I don't remember what that boon was before now at the top of my head. What do you want here now? Talking about someone's wedding? I wasn't invited, so. What can I tell you, chat? Hammer for fun? You could go with Athena. Black and Fleece doesn't work. Knuckle Bones is always a solid choice. Are there any bad... Oh, yeah, Wide Grin is bad. Have you gone to save the date I sent you for my wedding? I've been so busy, you know. I've been so busy. You don't understand. Like, these incremental games, they take so much time out of the day. It's, like, impossible to catch up and keep up with the demand, all these demands that they have for me. It's like, I can't... What else can I do? I gotta play Civilians Digging Holes and, you know, Idle Dragon Simulator 2000 and everything. You know, what do you want? You know, Blood from a Stone over here. Hey, Lumia Ignition. That's nice. I'll go this weekend. Actually, wait a minute. I don't know if I can go this weekend because White's working tomorrow. Well, when's the date so I can save it without receiving this date? What day of the week is the wedding upon, Noah? May I ask? A Friday? Oh, yeah, You know, Fridays are bad for me, you know what I'm saying? Fridays are tough. Tough for everyone, let me tell you. I wouldn't have gone to someone's wedding. We'll never know. I would have shown up in a Winnie the Pooh costume for all you know. But here we are.
Higher up.
Bearing an abundance of gifts. A plethora, one might say. I don't have mid-condition. I don't know how to do this fight without mid-condition. Oh my god. Wow. Why do I put on fears for goofy fun runs? Woo! That dog. I did try to get mid-condition, yeah. Really recommend mid-condition from this build. Chat, I'm supposed to be talking about the game today. Otherwise, you're gonna get bonked. You're gonna get Billy bonked, even. You don't palm Divine Vengeance. Pretty much ever. 20% more on that, or 10 more damage on static. I don't know. I'm gonna go that way, though. Stop reading chat, then. It's addictive. What can I say? Trusty Shield ain't cutting it right now. Did I just see a number for 12k? I have no rolls. Nothing here really helps, unfortunately. Yeah, it does, like, literally nothing. Oh, wait, I should have dug. That could have given me a rock, I think. Hello? Could have had a rock. Ooh, hef. Mint, 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 mint. Ungrateful? God, you just immediately got all of my stuff. For 5. He does 5 chops. Make sure you stay behind. What in the name of Moses on the cross? That stupid little jerkwad, let me tell you. Cat gives and gives. Yeah, it gives me a headache, I tell you. Left and right out here. Can't get a day apiece. Oh, this is terrible. Oh no. Guess it's tough game. Tall Order got activated, though. Let's go. Hey, what do you know? It worked out.
Don't keep old Typhon waiting.
All right, we got our heal. An anvil. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Shielded up.
I wound up with a lot of money here, huh? Hey, double strike is a good one. We're not doing the anvil. It's stupid.
On my authority.
It's stupid, trust me. And I know what stupid is. Rousing reception for the eggs? There is a bad hammer here. Wide Grin is not good for this build. In fact, I'm not certain it's good for any build. I don't think it's a good hammer at all. Okay. You can get off like a couple attacks and then run out. And he's already phased. Boom. Big numbers. Let's go. Like I said at the start, this is probably the most overpowered build in the game right now, generally. And we didn't even get, like, everything. But we got enough. I'm just doing the slide into Typhon's face, basically, now. Now we have to do the left and right over here. The left and the right. He's already on his next egg phase. Rousing reception. Let's go. So many eggs. Okay, eggs are gone. Hey, stop hurting me. Run out for a second. Go in. Oh, God. Boink, 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 boink. Done. Done. Big damage. Big damage. Surprisingly reliable, too, as we saw.
This is our
Surprisingly reliable. Wow, look at the cast damage. That doesn't even happen that often, I gotta say. But yeah, Storm Ring was popping and locking. Whatever. You know what I mean. We didn't get King's Ransom on Double Strike, which would have been super sexy, super smooth. You know what I mean? Cast more than the Blitz, which is kind of shocking. Pun intended? Whatever. Get out of here, Trusty Shield. You betrayed me. I mean, this is... I guess this is one way of looking at the build. I mean, Grievous Blow did a lot. I think Grievous Blow did do a lot. It might not, you might not think that it did, but I think it did. Everything has a chance to deal double damage if an enemy has wounds on it. And, you know, if you're against a boss, they'll always have wounds on them with Ares' attack here, right? I think this build, I mean, I think a lot of people do like this boon, but I don't know. It's like even, I still think it's even better than we think a lot of times. We didn't get success rate from Hermes, so it could have been even stronger. It could always be stronger, squad. It could have been even crazier. Recap for the build. This is what you want to get. King's Ransom with after purging a bunch of Hera boons. Pretty solid hammers. Bolted Array didn't matter. Boosted Ignition and Lumi Ignition are very strong, though. Highly recommend. Lumi Ignition, your attacks gain 50% damage and blast size over 0.7 seconds. That's pretty nice to get that extra blast size for clearing rooms faster, you know? It does work. There you go. Most OP on the Skull Gun complete.